Okay, we are good on our end.
Alrighty, I believe we're good over here too.
Okay, perfect. All right, you guys ready today?
Yeah.
Okay, so last time we met, we talked about our short A sound. Do you guys remember what sound that short A? Ah, ah, ah. And sometimes it can make that nasal A, right, like apple, but sometimes it can make that nasal A like an, right? So we found those short A words in our Dan and the Cat book. So we're going to look at Miss Itson's screen and review some of our vocabulary words, okay, of our short A. You guys ready?
Does anyone remember what this word was when we saw this picture in our book, Elian?
I can't remember.
His
Well, what does
name.
it look like?
What does it look like?
Dan?
Good job, Dan. Good job. Awesome memory. Dan was our
Name,
who?
remember, it does look like a boy or a kid, but since we're working on the short A, he had a name in his book, and it was Dan because it included our short A in there. What about this picture? I think everybody can probably tell me what this picture is. Michaela?
Cat.
The
I was
cat.
saying that.
Good job. Has a short A. Act. Very good.
Ooh, okay. Who remembers what did we call
Mouse.
this? Remember, it's gonna have that ah. So it's not a
Rat?
mouse. It is a rat. The rat, right? Yeah. We'll say it in English. It's gonna be rat, but Kim told us in Spanish too. But now, what was Dan doing?
Oh, running.
Running, and we said it's gonna be what, Kim? Yep. But what was that short A? And can you guys say ran? But he did run. But we're gonna say in our short story, it's called ran. Dan ran. Remember? So we have rat and ran. Remember those lines?
Is it running into the rat? Is it running?
They both were running, and we knew that they ran because of those lines. Very nice. We had rat and ran.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at our next one.
All right, so who remembers? Yes, we have a cat here, but remember with this one, we are focusing on what the cat was doing. Kim, do you remember what this word represented? Or meant?
Oh.
What's the cat doing in this picture?
I'm sitting down.
Okay, so same as the run and ran, it's
Oh.
still happening. It happened earlier, and we're reading it.
think
So
it
instead of
is
sit,
sat.
it's going to be sat.
Good,
Sat. Can
Elian.
you
He
say that?
sat.
He sat.
You guys say sat?
Sat.
Sat.
Is it sit to the carpet? Because it's sat.
But then look, remember we said not
No.
perfect.
This picture,
Not.
remember we talked about it being outside of someone's house before you walk in. Eliana, do you remember what we called this?
Yeah.
What?
Mat.
Say it again.
Mat.
Mat. Very good.
Very good.
Yes, a mat. Very good. All right, last two.
All right, now remember, when we got to the cat, we talked about what color the cat was. Michaela, eyes up here, sweetie. Who remembers what color was the cat? It's got that kind of, and it's like a peachy,
Peace.
but what was it? Do you remember, Michaela?
Yeah.
Remember we said it was like our peach color, but we said that's going to be a and. You guys see that
Tan?
nasal A? Tan. So the cat was tan. And what did we say when the rat was running? It was making a sound.
It's a cutie.
It is a cute little kitty cat. Do you guys remember that sound? Do you see Miss Itson is circling it? We said when the rat was running, it made that. Do you guys say rap, 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 rap? Remember that was the sound. Good job. Put your hands in your lap. So we had Dan and cat. We had the sat and mat. We had ran and tan, rap. Those were some of our short A sounds. But today, we're going to go over something else in our story. We're going to go over some heart words. You guys know our heart words?
Yeah.
Remember they hang up on our word wall? But we're going to see heart words in our story. So, what I'm going to do is pass out our book, and we're going to open up our page to our heart words. So this one was Elian's book. Here was Michaela's.
Why is there green?
And here's Kim's.
Why is there green? What?
And I love that you already pointed out that yellow was because I went and highlighted our heart words.
Molly.
It's not a smelly smile one, not a smelly. Maybe after we read them, we'll give a smelly smile. But okay, I want you guys to point up here, right here, where it says practice it. You guys see practice it? Now these are the heart words, or these are the short A words we just did. But right below that line, do you guys see the hearts?
Yeah.
Those are our heart words. Now remember, when they are our heart words, we have to know them by heart, right? Can we stretch them out?
No, because heart.
Right, like certain words are gonna be, they don't make that sound,
Heart.
right? Like when we have
Like-
the, can I
like
stretch out
it.
the?
Look like heart.
Heart words we have to know by
Look,
heart,
him
correct?
got his number.
I know. But so look right here, we're gonna go over our heart words down here. So let's point to our first one. We have as. Can you guys say as?
As.
Good job. Now look, if we add an H in front of as, we have has. Can you guys say has?
Has.
Beautiful. Who thinks they know what this
Oh.
heart word is?
The.
We see that one a lot, right? The. And I bet you guys know this
A.
last one. A. Good job. We're just going to say A. So we have as.
Because
has.
it's only one.
Right.
Oh.
Only one.
And
Only one
look
letter.
at the
The
A
and
right there.
Yes, just like our short A. Now these ones up top are ones we've already gone over last week. So we have an, at, and. Okay? So you're going to see, I noticed Elion, he noticed that we already highlighted your heart words. So if it has a yellow line on it, that is our heart word. If it is not highlighted, that is a short A word that we reviewed either with me or Miss Itzen last week, okay?
Oh.
So we're going to practice reading our stories. Can you go ahead and put your pencils back in your buckets? So let's put our pencils and we'll put them right in front of us. And let's go ahead and activate our pointer fingers, okay? So let's put them towards me. 1, 2, 3. Unite. Okay, so I want you guys to follow along as we read in our book,
Hey,
and then you're going to read it with me, okay?
where's it go to the class?
They went outside, yeah. Okay, let's read it. Ready? So I want you guys to point and follow along with me. Dan. There's our heart words. Has a tan cat. Okay, so now when I read it, now we can read it together, okay? Ready? Let's do it all together now. Dan has a tan cat. Who thinks they can try reading it by themselves? Let's see. I love how Elion has his hand raised. Elion, do you want to try reading this page by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. There's that heart word. That's a tricky one. Has. What color? Uh-huh.
Cat.
Very nice. Good job. Okay, let's turn our book.
And I want to read this one.
Okay, but first you're going to listen to Miss Itzen read, then we're going to read with her, and then we're going to call a friend to read, okay? So let's
All right, so
listen.
you guys listen to me read it first, and then we're all going to read it together.
You can point
Okay.
and follow along.
The cat has a rat. Can you guys read it with me
Let's
now?
read it with her.
The
cat
cat
has a rat. Very nice.
Very good. Who thinks they can read it by themselves? Kim, let's see you try it.
It's a heart word. Very nice. The
Very
cat-
good. And some of these short A words that are in our book, if we don't know or we don't remember what they are, hopefully you can look up here at these pictures, and these picture clues can help us remember maybe what some of the short A words were that we were learning.
Yes, always good to use your picture clues. All right, now I want you guys to follow along. Just listen to me read it first, okay? So let's go ahead and zip our mouse, lock it, put it in our book. Okay, just listen to me. You can follow along though with your pointer finger. Ready? So just me. The rat ran at Dan. Now can you guys read it with me? The rat ran at Dan. Beautiful. Does someone think they could try reading it themselves? Michaela, you want to try? Okay. Ran Very close. The rat ran at Dan. But that's a tricky one because that's those hard words. Kiss your brain. Good job. And remember those lines mean he ran, right? Okay, let's turn our book.
And I just want to read this.
All right, let's see. Remember now our voices are going to be off. Just Miss Itzen's going to read this page, okay? Then we'll read with
this
her.
one, and remember we're looking at our picture, we see these lines by his feet. So this is the page where we hear the rat running, and it's saying rat, rat, rat. I love the movement that you guys were adding into it because you remembered. All right, can you guys read this page with me?
All right, let's read it together.
Rat,
Rat.
rat,
Rat.
rat.
Good job.
Who thinks that? Actually, I think that all of you could probably do this one on your own. Kim, will you read this one on your own first, and then we'll go around?
You try. Rat. 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 Good job.
All right, Michaela, can you take a turn?
Remember rat. Rat. Rat.
All right, Elion, your turn.
Rap.
Beautiful.
Very good.
Good job. All right, let's look at the next page. I see something. I see a question mark and an exclamation mark. So it's going to ask a question, and then he's going to be saying it with excitement. Do you guys remember our picture? How was Dan feeling?
I see one cloud.
You see a connection?
Yeah, because it's a pin.
The periods? Yes. The punctuation?
And the pin.
Yes, there are punctuations
And
in
I
there.
got a clue.
What's your clue? Remember, pencils away. We're just reading.
And afterwards has a except these have a too.
Yes, because we are focused on the A. But look, it's going to be asking a question. So I want you to listen to me read it first, okay?
Wait.
Wait 1 second. Okay. It's going to say, a rat. And then how is he feeling? Scared, right? So we're going to say, ah! Look at that exclamation mark. Can you guys read it with me now? Come on, Kim. Ready? A rat. Ah! So you guys want to try? Okay, I want to hear all three of you. Ready? Ready? Let's go. Awesome job. All right, let's point to our next page. What do we think he's going to do? All right, focus.
All right.
He's running.
This page says Dan ran and ran.
He ran
Can you
and
guys
ran.
read it with me?
Let's read it together. Dan
ran and ran. Who wants to try this one by themselves? Kim, your turn.
Very close.
Very
Dan ran and ran. That's it. Those heart words are getting you guys. I know they're tricky.
But not tricky for me.
All right, let's look at our very last
Not tricky
page.
for me.
So look, I see that Dan, look where he ran. He's outside. He must have been very scared of that rat. So I want you guys to listen to me, okay? Do you want to follow along? Can you put your pointer finger on that word, the? Good job, Kim. Good job, Elian. Good job, Michaela. Okay, ready? The cat sat at the mat as Dan ran. And you guys already read it with me, so we'll read it one more time together, okay? The cat sat at the mat as Dan ran. And that's a long, tricky one. Do you guys think you can try it by yourself?
I can try.
Okay, you guys want to all try?
I look good.
Michaela says not yet. Okay, do you want to try, Elian?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to try.
Okay.
The cat sat asked the
Matt.
Matt as Dan ran.
Good job, Michaela. That was very
Very
nice.
good.
Good job. Kiss your brain. Guys, that was a tricky book, but you guys did really well. Let's turn to the last page.
I did it.
We're gonna see if we can remember all that we've read, because that was a lot of heart words and a lot of short A words.
Oh,
Okay.
that was
Kim
not the
says,
story.
mhm.
Do you want this a tricky?
That one, it was a little tricky, but you guys did really good with it.
Look, tricky.
Okay, put your books down. Let's listen. Okay, should do a little respect check. We'll get our wiggles out. Shake your shoulders. Okay. Let's listen to number one.
Because I don't want to say they want to they want on because it's a
It's a little hurting. Okay, let's look at number one. It says, what does the cat bring to Dan? Did the cat bring a rat?
No.
Did he bring a fish or yarn?
No. Oh.
What do you think he
A
brought?
rat.
A rat. He brought the rat. All right, so with your pencil, we're gonna circle the rat. Can you guys circle the rat? Because the cat brought that rat.
But it's going to be rocket.
All right, when you have it circled, give us a secret signal so Miss Ibsen knows you're ready to go to question 2.
There's a mouse.
Good job, Kim. Are you circling the rat?
I see it.
Give a secret signal. Okay, you're all ready for number 2?
Number 2 says, Dan felt blank when he saw the rat. How did he feel when that rat appeared? Elian?
And he felt scared.
Very good. He felt scared, yes. And Miss Hoover is going to, since she's in front of you, she's going to help you guys with filling in this blank
All right,
with
so
the word scared.
you guys ready? So we're gonna write scared.
I'm gonna see the hard word.
You're gonna highlight some hard
That's
words.
a big word.
Scared. I know. Remember, we even made his face. Ah! Scared.
There's a big word like the
It
whole
was a big one. You guys are writing very nice. And when we're done, we'll give our.
Candy.
Well, yes, you guys worked really hard reading candy. We'll give our secret signal when we're done, so we know we're ready for question 3.
We did it.
Scared. Dan did feel scared. We talked about last week. I think I would have felt scared too.
But I was not scared like today because I saw a rat outside and I grabbed my rocket launcher and shoot it.
All right, finish scared, bud.
It's done.
Very nice. You want to give a secret signal so we know we're ready to go on. So we're just waiting on one more friend, okay?
It's me.
What's
Even
in that paper?
I got it.
This is what we're gonna do next. We're gonna do some writing.
And I got like 3 more circles.
Come on, finish.
I got
Very nice. Good job.
We were up gaming.
I thought we could trick you guys. We haven't been able to trick you yet.
I forgot
yet.
to draw.
Let's see if question 3, okay? It says, where did Dan run to? Did he run to his bedroom?
No.
Did he run outside?
Yes.
And you guys already answered. You didn't even need to know. He didn't run in the kitchen. He did. He ran outside. We saw that fence. He said, I am getting away from that rat.
I'm going.
So we will circle the outside.
But I'm going to draw rocket launcher again. Oh my god.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to take your book, and eventually you guys will be able to take these home so you can read them to your parents. But we're going to do a little activity with our book, okay? So I'm going to keep mine, and we're going to open up to this very last page. But what we're going to do first, can you put your pencils in your buckets? And we'll put them towards me, because we won't need them right now. You want to put your pencil in there? Very nice. We'll get them out of the way. Good job, Kim. And what we're going to do is we're going to get a baggie.
Wait, this is yours?
Yep, we're going to keep mine now. A baggie of heart words and short A words that were in our story. Okay? So we're going to practice putting together the cat sat at the mat. You hear me, Caitlin? We're going to practice putting the cat sat at the mat. Now, when we're writing, we have to start with the capital. Use your space. Put that
punctuation in its place.
So look, when we get our baggie, I want us to find the heart word the. That starts with a capital T.
I want that one.
I'm going to give you guys the yellow baggies.
I can find that.
So let's find the, our heart word the, that starts with a capital,
I found it.
a capital T.
Found it.
You found it? Yep, you want to hold it up?
I found it.
Ooh, good job.
The
Now that's going to be our first one, the. Because we want to say the cat sat at the mat. That's 6 words that we got to find. So once we found the, go ahead and put it down. It's in there. Let's keep looking.
I want to put it.
We might have to spread them out. Do you see it? Good
Good
job,
Kim. Thank you for showing me. Yes.
Did you find it? You see that capital T? Very nice. You want to hold it up?
It can be tricky because there are 2 of the same word, and you guys found the first one because it had a capital T, and it's the first word. So
Yep.
very good.
Okay, now we've got to find the word cat. Let's see if we can find cat in our bag.
I found
Now,
it.
if we don't know, we can always look in our book, Miss Hoover's book. Cat. At. Or you can look at my blue ones. We've got the cat.
I already
Let's see,
found
what
it.
is cat going to start with?
And I already found it.
What letter do you think, Michaela?
I found it already.
The C.
Very good, Eliana.
But I love, Michaela, that you notice that they both have that AT. It's just that beginning. And we do know that C can sometimes make the S sound too. But cat. All right, so we have the cat.
Hey, I have one
Now we need sat.
Oh, I know. Why does mine keep zipping up?
All right, let's see if we can find sat. What is sat going to start with? Very
I
nice.
found it.
Very good. It's gonna have
Good,
the same
Kim.
ending sound as our
I found
cat
it.
did.
Good, Michaela.
It's just gonna have that sound at the beginning.
Okay, let's read what we have so far. The cat sat. Can you guys point and read them? The cat sat. Beautiful. Now let's find that heart word at. At. The cat sat at. Very nice. Put it next to sat. Very good job, Kim. Can you find at?
I can found it.
What is easy you said? You found it. Good job. The cat sat at. Okay, let's say this is easy. Good. The cat sat at. Okay, now let's find out heart word the, but this time it's not the uppercase the. It's gonna be lowercase.
Lowercase.
Can you find the?
I
Good,
found
Kim.
it. I found it.
Very good.
The.
It's the last one.
And then we know our last one. Okay, so let's find the. We gotta switch that in.
I
Make
put
some space. The
the.
cat sat at the mat. I know that that's the end of my sentence.
I put it.
Oh, try one more time. The cat sat at the mat. How do I know this is the end of my sentence?
Because I already know it was in the story.
Well, it was already in the story, but how can we tell that it's the end of the sentence? What does it have at the end? Let's not move them, okay? What do you notice at the very end? What is that? Do you remember what that's called? Put a period. We gotta put that punctuation in its place. That period.
Girl.
Like period, girl.
Hey,
All right, let's read our sentence real quick. Okay, let's read your sentence. Activate your pointer fingers towards me. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's read what we have. Read what you have. Point to the words. Ready? The cat sat at the mat. You guys wanna know what we're gonna do next? Miss Edson, you wanna tell them?
All right, so now what you're going to do is Miss Hoover is going to give you a piece of paper. We're going to practice writing this sentence.
We're gonna practice writing
We're
it
going to make it
now.
a little bit harder,
This was just
but I
two,
think that you guys can do it.
and we'll keep mine out. So we'll keep the blue one out.
for me.
I know we've been thinking we could trick you guys, but so far it's been
Y'all
easy
been doing
peasy.
really
Thank you,
good.
Kim. All right. So all we're gonna need first is just our pencil. I'm gonna give you your paper and just your pencil. So
pencil.
what's the first thing we have to do? Nope, we're gonna keep mine out.
No
Name
pencil.
on your paper.
First name.
All right. Go ahead and put your name at the top.
After you put your name, I want to see your secret signal
And
so that
after
I know
my
we can move on.
and after my name, I want to like do the rocket launcher with my pencil.
Well, we're focusing on writing our sentence. The cat sat at the mat, and we want to make sure our picture matches, right, Kim? Make sure we're being simple. Respect check. We're learning. Respect check. Where's your pencil go? Thank you. All right, Kim's giving the secret signal. She's got her name. Secret
She's
signal.
ready.
Porque que termine esto voy a apretar mi pencil.
So now that everyone's ready, when we're starting to write our sentence, what's the first word gonna look like?
Oh, the. Two.
Yeah, it is gonna be the, but what is it gonna have?
It's gotta start with what? A T, but a capital T. Remember, we start with a capital.
H and E.
So let's go ahead. Remember where we start?
Practice writing the word the with
Remember.
a capital T.
Remember, when you're starting your letters, we start from the top, right? Not the bottom.
Oh,
We'll start
the
this
top.
line. Yep, start from the top.
I did it.
And we're gonna write the. Beautiful. Very nice.
Finger space.
Yes, we do need our finger space between our sentence, or between our next word. The. Now we want to write cat. Remember that short A? At. So we had a heart
I
word,
did it.
and then that short A, cat. Now notice the C and the A are going to stay below that dotted line,
Below that dollar, that's easy.
but our T gets to go from the top
I
all the way to the bottom.
I finger space.
That's beautiful finger space.
I did.
You write cats. We have
I
the
did my
cat.
finger space.
Good job. Wait, real quick. Don't go ahead, okay? No, just wait. Good. So we have the cat. Next, we got to write that short A. Sat. Sat. So we're gonna get our finger space. Wait.
Finger space.
And Kim's already on a roll. She already wrote sat.
It has the same ending as cat with that at at the end. It just starts with a S.
Yes, and I don't know if you heard, but Michaela pointed that out earlier. She said it has the same thing, the A and the T. Good. So we've got the cat, sat. Okay, right for sat. So let's wait. Nope, we're gonna wait because you're going ahead. The cat, sat. We're gonna be patient and wait for our friends, okay?
I did it.
So we're gonna write sat.
Well, I
Okay,
see
so
a
let's-
little bit yellow.
It does have a
I
little bit
took
of
it
yellow.
away.
You can practice reading what you have. The cat, sat. The cat, sat. Beautiful, Michaela. And then make sure you get your T. Okay, now we've got to write that heart word at. You already have it. so
Finger
I know.
space.
Yep, we're gonna finger space. And I also hear that at, that short A in there too. At.
New
We're gonna
into
write
the
at.
finger space. And a dog.
At. The cat sat at.
I'm going to put a
Not yet. You have one more to write.
The next word is gonna be our heart word that we started with.
dog.
Yep, it is, Aliyah. Good job. The.
Except
And Kim, you already got
did
the, so we're gonna
already.
write the.
I did already.
We're gonna wait real quick, Kim, okay? We're gonna wait till we're ready to move on, okay? Because you already have the cat sat at the.
Now finger space.
Yep, we got our finger space. Good. So the cat sat at the. All right, you ready? Now you got it, girly. What's that last word you're gonna write, Kim?
That looks like my name. Like my number.
It does have an M, yeah. Yumi.
Except my number's two
Okay, do you remember what this says?
zero.
Matt.
What's
Good.
that last word that we're gonna write? The cat sat at the.
Did you guys listen? What did she
That
say?
last word.
What's that last word you're gonna be writing? Remember? The cat sat at the. What do you think this one is?
I did it.
Are you listening? What's this last
We
word,
see it
guys?
sometimes before we go into people's houses. What do we say that word was?
Matt.
Very nice, Matt.
Very good.
What
And then the end of our sentence, we always need
punctuation?
Punctuation, right?
punctuation. So
I
we're
did
gonna put what type
already.
at the end.
Do you remember what we call this type of punctuation?
Punctuation.
Is it a
This
period? Good
Period.
job. Can you say
Very
period?
good.
Period.
All right, but now let's
You guys
read
did
what we
really
have.
good today.
Let's read what you guys wrote. The cat sat at the mat. So now let's look at our checklist. We started with a capital. We used our finger spaces. We put that punctuation in its place. But now we have to draw a picture that makes sense. So you could use your one from the story and draw our tan cat, how he sat on the mat. But should I draw a unicorn? No, we want it to make sense.
Yeah.
So let's make sure we have a picture of a cat that sat on the mat, okay? So now I'll give you your bucket so you guys can color your picture that makes sense. And next time when we read, we're gonna focus on a different vowel. So we've done A, now we're gonna move on to E next time. Very beautiful, Michaela. You can start your picture,
And Miss
sweetie.
Hoover's gonna let you guys take these books home so you could practice reading this at home and practicing those short A's and practicing those heart
But
words.
I don't want to like
Did you guys hear? Yeah, okay. You want to write a little, Michaela wants to write a little bit more. Well, the good news is next week we're going to do a new book. We're going to focus on the short E,
And I bought
and we'll be able to write something
and I
new
bought
too.
like 3 motorcycles, and one is for me, and one is
Guys, look at how nice Kim's picture is matching.
and the 2 more is for Kylie and Jancy.
And you're going to bring some for your sister. Very nice.
And even I